Alright guys, it's Aiden here. My first Supercoach video for the season, 2020 AFL season. I'm really looking forward to it. As you can see, Supercoach has got a new layout. Looks really nice, really neat. And I'm going to be talking about the players I picked. So just came out about 2 days ago. So I picked a quick squad, just my first draft. And I'm going to be going over the players I picked and the rookies as well. Obviously, rookies, we're not sure if they'll play yet. We'll have to watch them in the Marsh One Day Cup to see how they do play, and then we can pick rookies based on the team's selections. But there's still quite a while before the AFL season kicks off, so I'll be grinding out some videos for you guys. But this is my first draft for the 2020 season, so let's get into it. Before I start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's start building the community and Supercoach. It mean a lot to me if you could do that. So if you could do that, it would mean a lot. But let's get into it. The defenders. I'm starting off with Rory Laird here. I think with a new coach, the Adelaide Crows, Rory Laird could definitely benefit with a new coach. Not the greatest of seasons last year. Struggled quite a bit. But I think that he is a consistent player, and he should average above 100 this season. So I've picked him at D1. We go to D2 then with Dan Houston. Dan Houston had on and off games last season in Supercoach, but recently I've been reading an article. The coach has been said he's going to be moving into the midfield more often, and we know that moving into the midfield means more points, and we can see what a damaging player he is in the midfield. So I think Dan Houston would be a good pickup. 484k, and I think he could go for a 105 average if he does play in the midfield. So looking forward to what he can do. Then Sam Doherty, I think it's sort of a no-brainer. This man's an absolute beast. 2 seasons ago we saw what he could do, but he hasn't played AFL in quite a while. So it'd be interesting to track his preseason and see how he's getting along. And then Tom Doedee, priced at 273k for a man that averaged 80 a season ago. And then didn't played one game last season. He's well underpriced, so I've got him in my team at the moment. I think he can make a bit of cash for me, which would be really nice. We've got Hayden Young, Will Gold, Roscoe and Rivers as rookies, obviously just there for the moment. But those are just the rookies I filled in. We're going to have to track them over the preseason. Going into the midfield now, Jack McRae, I think it's sort of a no-brainer. He's the highest averaging midfield player over the last 2 seasons. If you take away one of his games where he was injured, he's an absolute god. Sorry. He's got a massive ceiling, as we know. He tackles, he marks, and he gets a load of disposals, and he's really good in the contest. So I think he's probably a lock for many teams. He doesn't really cop a tag. He can break through to a tag. I don't think he's ever copped one, so interesting to see how he would play throughout a tag. But either way, he's a ball magnet. Loves racking up the footy, and he's there at M1. We've got Paddy Cripps, who is a man that can win the Brownlow. I think that at M2 he can really, he can push for a 120 average. He's an absolute gun. He kicks goals when he needs to. Inside ball magnet, and he loves to tackle as well, which is good for Cripper. Then Dunkley. So Dunkley and McRae are probably the two of my favourite players. Those two are the most consistent players. Dunkley's got a massive ceiling. We saw last season against Carlton. He went absolute zonkers. He was quite brilliant, to be honest. At 632k, quite expensive. But I think him and McRae will have a really good season again, as long as they play in the midfield. So it should be fine. And Dangerfield and Selwood. Selwood's a bit underpriced. With Tim Kelly gone now, should force Selwood back into the midfield where he belongs. And Dangerfield's over the last 2 seasons hasn't been the greatest, but he can definitely push for a 120 average. Now with Tim Kelly gone, I wouldn't see why he wouldn't be playing full midfield. And he's a gun, loves to mark the footy, loves to tackle, and racks up the ball quite a bit and can kick a goal or 2. So him and Selwood, really good picks. And then Roll, Pickett, those 2 probably lots of people have in their team. And then a couple rookies in Hibbard, Robertson, Bianco, and Lyons, who all score really well. But we're going to have to track their preseason, like I said. Going into the rucks, Brodie Grundy, no-brainer. I've gone with Sam Jacobs at the moment. I think with a new club, he could benefit, especially with a fantasy-friendly club like GWS, who score quite frequently, really high scores. Jacob will definitely push for probably a 90 average, I would say, maybe higher. We're just going to have to wait and see what he can do. But I think he's a great pickup at 348k. Then Darcy Cameron, 123k on the bench. Let's see if he can get a game. Never really does, so it'd be interesting if he does. Going into the forwards, this is where I'm most keen on. Lockie Whitfield, absolute star, probably a lock for most teams. 604k, so he's quite expensive, but this is a man that can go like 120 plus if he is at his full best. So really like Lockie Whitfield. Dustin Martin, we see what a bully can be. 6 goals in the grand final. Was it in the grand final? I can't remember. But he was an absolute gun. And when he does play in the midfield, he does score really well. So looking forward to what Marta can do. Bull. Hugh Greenwood, he's moved to Gold Coast. I think he can play a bit more midfield. We're going to have to watch his pre-season though, obviously. If he does fit into the midfield role and scores well, definitely a lock for me. I really like Hugh Greenwood as an option. And then Devon Smith, well underpriced, 335k. This is a man that averaged 97 a couple of years ago. Didn't play much last season, but yeah, he should be back to his best if he does play in the midfield. So another one to track over the preseason. And then Stephen Hill, 190k. He's as cheap as a rookie, and he's really capable of 95 if he's at his best. But I think he'll be more of a 70 guy this season. So definitely a bit of money to be made there. And Flanders, Rankin, and King on the bench as my rookies. So that's basically it. We got 30 trades this season. So looking forward to those trades. 211k in the bank. Might spend that somewhere. As I said, this is just a draft team, so plenty of changes to be occurring during off season. But yeah, 211k. Definitely will be making some changes going into round 1, and stay tuned for more of these videos because I will be making a team really coming into round 1, my final team. But I'll definitely be posting a couple more draft videos for you guys. And I've created a league. It's called my YouTube league. If you guys wish to join, the code is 170298. So make sure to join that. I've also got a group if you guys are more into groups instead of leagues. 285924. So make sure to join that. So those are the 2 leagues and groups. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. As I said, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Start to build this channel up. Also, comment down if you have any questions below. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.